Welcome to the kitchen at Mapperton. I'm here with my friend Sam Rose, Dr. Sam Rose, and Sam is the Executive Director of a really important new charity that we've set up here in West Dorset called West Dorset Wilding. And West Dorset Wilding is a charity that aims to restore nature in the area around Mapperton and beyond. And we really hope that we can tell you something about it today and that you'll be interested in supporting our important work. Sam, West Dorset Wilding, what are the key things that we are trying to achieve with the charity? Okay, well, our big project, Luke, as I think you're very aware, is this thing called the Brit catchment recovery project, which is looking at the whole of this area, all 26,000 acres of the area, and saying which parts of it, which have been damaged over the past 50, 100 years through intensive agriculture, which parts of it can we restore better for nature? And we've got about 8,000 acres, which I think we can, with 53 different farmers and landowners, which we can work with over the coming 20 years to bring nature back. That's absolutely astonishing. So this 24,000 acre area around Mapperton, Mapperton is around 2,000 acres, so we're a small fraction of that, but we've managed to bring together 8,000 acres, so a third of the total area of farmers and landowners to work together to restore nature and do some of the things that we're already doing at Mapperton, particularly with the creation of wood pasture. That's one of the things that we want to encourage. What are the other interventions? Yeah. Wood pasture, wetland creation, species-rich grassland, new woodlands, all of this together, and connectivity through hedgerows, through field margins. All these things together will allow wildlife to move and transfer along throughout the catchment, up the rivers, and really bring life back to this amazing area. And one of the things that I think is so key about this project is that it is focusing on a catchment. A catchment is a unit around a river system. And when you look at it on the map, we have this central river that runs down to the coast called the River Brit. It goes through Bridport, but it breaks out into other rivers and tributaries further up. So all of these different areas of land that we are looking at for nature recovery, they're connected through the river system. It's like the kind of connective tissue, isn't it? So they are also forming corridors. They're absolutely key to it. They're river systems, and if you have wetland creation along these river systems, you get more plants, more invertebrates. That brings in the birds and the bats and the small mammals. The water voles will start to come back, and hopefully beavers as well. Hopefully we can bring those back into the catchment here to help rebuild nature within this area. And we have beavers already at Mapperton doing absolutely wonderful work as ecosystem engineers. But when we look at the wider landscape in this catchment, we've got a lot of degradation, as you say, and that is really because of the intensive farming that has taken place across the UK, but also in the catchment here. And that farming was necessary. After the Second World War, the imperative was to produce food, but it did mean that a lot of food was produced in areas that aren't actually very good at producing food. And the wonderful topography that we've got here in West Dorset, a lot of it is much better suited for nature than it is for intensive farming. And a lot of people agree with us about that. So the plan is not to stop food production, not to stop farming at all, but to work alongside it and to look at the areas where we think that the land is better handed back to nature, because we've got to recover our ecosystem here. We've lost 50% of our species in the UK, both flora and fauna, since the Industrial Revolution. That's an astonishing number. And species like the turtle dove, cuckoos, nightingales, they're just not here anymore. And that's because there's none of the habitat that they need and they like. So this project will help bring back that habitat, which will allow these amazing charismatic bird species, amongst other things like water voles and so on, to come back to the area. West Dorset Wilding is now looking to raise £40,000 to cover the core costs of putting this project together. It's such an important project. It'll make such a difference to biodiversity in this catchment, but we need your help. We're looking to raise £40,000, and we've got a platform that enables you to do that. We're going to put the web address and the QR code up on the screen. If you're able to make a donation, no matter how small, we'd be immensely grateful, and nature in West Dorset will be immensely grateful as well. We will also put a link in the description below, and we're extremely grateful for your support. Yeah, thank you. And this is one of the most unique projects of this kind in the UK. So any support you can give will be fantastic.